Good morning, Nicole.
Morning. Sorry, I was like really zoomed in looking for the comments.
Sorry, we're trying to figure out this new software still. It's been a while since we've been on, right?
Yeah, it's been I mean, it's still like a really growth time for us on
Yeah,
this and
exactly.
things.
Well, how's your Halloween?
It was good. It was peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
How was
It flew
y'all's?
by, and it was good. It flew by, and now we're getting ready for Thanksgiving, and I think a lot of people are already setting up for Christmas. I think I went to Lowe's, and they had like all the Christmas decor out everywhere.
I think a lot of people are really embracing the whole like Christmas season extra early this year too. Which I know that's
Yes.
always a debate, but I feel like it's a little bit earlier this year for more people.
Yes, I feel the same way. All right, we got a good audience today. Hello, Rebecca, Tracy, Lynn Nichols, Marilyn. Awesome. Good morning to everyone. I'm Blake, and as
I'm
always,
Nicole.
Nicole. We work in communications and marketing. And I think this week it's kind of, because we haven't been live in a while, I think this week is kind of a hodgepodge of city department updates, economic developments. We have a mixture in there for everybody since we haven't been live in a while, and it's been kind of busy around here, as you all know, with holidays ramping up and projects across the city. But it's exciting times. Hopefully, we give you some good information today. That way, you're up to date. And of course, we always have this information available 24/7 online. We'll talk about that here in a second. All right, let me get our slides up here for everybody. There we go. All right. All right. So as always, when we are not live, like we are right now, you can always get information from us by visiting our mothership of information at the city website, weatherfordtx.gov. You can actually watch live city council meetings, board and commission meetings. We also archive those so you can go back and watch at your leisure. And then there's also just department information and updates. That's always available on that website. And then we have our tourism website, experienceweatherford.com. If you're a business, you can, and you're inside the city limits, you can list your business for free. That coincides with our mobile app, which is the Weatherford Eats mobile app. All tourism driven, of course. You can book hotel rooms, things of that nature. Then we have our economic development website, chooseweatherford.com for potential developers. And then our downtown website, Heritage Square Weatherford.com. And then, of course, you can find us on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Nextdoor. So we are across multiple platforms. It's nearly impossible not to get information from us because we are available in multiple ways, and we do our best to update that for all of you. All right, Nicole.
So, Veterans Day, guys, our city buildings are closed on Veterans Day. I think the only one open is Shandor Gardens, and they posted that on their department page as well. It's on the website, it's on their Facebook. They sent it out in their regular newsletter if you're signed up for that. Emergency responses, so fire, PD, main break, electrical outage, those will all still be unaffected by the closure, but our main city buildings are closed. So if you're planning to come in and pay your bills or things, make sure you plan accordingly. And sanitation will also continue a schedule. Of course, you guys can check out any of our city holidays on our website, and I'll share a link in a second. But we update that once a year, and we're pretty good at sticking to that entire schedule. So it tells you if we're closed, and it tells you if your sanitation will be interrupted or not. So just a heads up, for Veterans Day, we are closed.
And then, of course, there is a parade. I always love the parade. That's on Saturday, so it'll be after the actual day of Veterans Day. So it'll be on Saturday since everyone is typically off work on the weekends. And that begins at 9:30, and the parade starts at 10. That's sponsored by the Parker County American Legion Post 163. So if you're free on Saturday, be sure to take the kiddos out, get some candy from the parade, and have a good time. And there's lots of cool. I know I want to say the Parker County Cruisers are typically in that parade, along with your horses and things for the kids. So that'll be a fun parade to honor our veterans.
And then, of course, guys, we've got Holiday in the Park this year, Pathway of Lights version. So we're actually doing the inaugural tree lighting that Mayor Paul Pascal will be at, and that is December 1st, starting at 6:30. So don't miss those festivities for that lighting. And then the Pathway of Lights will run for so all of the lights and things that we had up at Heritage Park will run December 2nd through January 2nd, and those lights are on and it's open to the public from 6 to 9 p.m. 9:30, sorry, 9:30 p.m. It's a great time to go walk, take pictures. I know the kids really enjoyed it last year, so make sure you don't miss out on the Pathway of Lights.
And I was able to talk to the Parks Department before we went live, Nicole, and they said, so this is the inaugural tree lighting. It's a 42-foot blue spruce that's coming from Michigan. And that was funded by sponsors, our sponsors of the Experience Weatherford Tourism Program. And so we want to thank our sponsors for that, because that's how we were able to fund that Christmas tree that will be located at Heritage Park. And like Nicole said, the mayor will light that tree up on the 1st, beginning at 6:30. And we've never done this before. We're very excited, and we invite all of you to come out on that date. And like we said, the mayor is going to be there as well, so it's going to be very exciting. I'm excited. Are you excited, Nicole?
I am. I feel like it's a really good event. It's funny you say that because I was actually on the phone with Parks right before we went live too, talking about that event and some of the other fun Christmas festivities happening. So there's a lot of great things. Which, first of all, our Parks Department does a great job on events and activities like the Arbor Day live stream we did last week. I felt like that was a really cool thing. And then they're looking forward to this, and of course that follows the Jack-o'-lantern nights that they did, which followed the autumn art walk that they did out at Shandor. There's just a lot of cool things, so it's kind of fun to see the holiday season really start to gear up.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and like we were talking about earlier, I feel like everybody's really ready for Christmas, because everything I see on social media is people setting up like their Christmas tree and decorations.
Yeah.
So I told my wife the other day, I was like, I think we need to start decorating.
I think I told my neighbor, I said, don't judge me if I start putting my Christmas lights up this week or next week, because I don't do my Christmas tree until the week of Thanksgiving. I'm a traditionalist. I kind of wait. And I said,
Yeah.
that the lights, like me being one person, especially a short person, it takes me a couple of evenings to get them up. So I just won't plug them in until Thanksgiving night.
Do you like hanging the lights on your house?
I like when they're up. I'm not
But not
necessarily
hanging
a fan
them.
of personally hanging them, but I like
feel-
when the house is decorated.
I feel like Clark Griswold in that movie, Christmas Vacation. It's like every year it's a mess.
I like doing
Untangling
the Christmas tree. It's better if people come over or if I'm watching Christmas movies, but the Christmas lights is like, it's not my thing.
lights. I bet it'll be spectacular, though.
Oh, I'm sure it will, but I can't wait to see the Pathway of Lights, because those are lights I can go see that I didn't have to put up myself.
Valid. Very valid. All right. And of course, Saturday, December 4th, is the Weatherford Lights the Night Parade, and that's put on by our wonderful Weatherford Chamber of Commerce, led by Miss Tammy Gazzola. Shopping and food with local businesses will be there from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. And this is the second annual Weatherford Lights the Night Parade, and that parade starts at 6:30. And last year was a huge turnout. Lots of great parade floats, creative parade floats, I might add as well. So I'm excited for this year's parade.
And that follows the Christmas on the Square, which is happening that morning from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., where I think the chamber also puts that on, and their requirement is that each booth that is set up has something fun for the kids or parents, so something interactive. Guys, that's a free thing to go to, and it's really interactive. It gets you into the holiday spirit if you're not already there, if you haven't already been there since Halloween night, like it feels like a lot of people I know have been. So don't forget to check out Christmas on the Square and the Weatherford Lights the Night Parade. Now, I will tell you, the parade starts at the 9th grade center and goes down and around the courthouse. And I think I was told by some people who I know watched the parade, they got there early and ended up on what we thought wouldn't be a populated part of the parade, but the backwards loop to go back to the 9th grade center, it was lined with people too. So just take your pick of where you want to go watch the parade. Make sure you get there a little bit early just in case.
All right. And then to talk a little bit about other resources that we have to get information. But this is actually a good resource because you can actually pay your utility bill from the convenience of your phone. Download the My Weatherford mobile app today. It's free. It's on the App Store and Google Play as well. You can also look at animals up for adoption. You can put in a ticket, or I hate to say a ticket, it's a service request. If you see a pothole or a downed limb on the roadway, that goes to the appropriate department. As soon as you click submit, you can submit photos as well. And we typically address those as quickly as we can. On average, I'm going to say 24 to 72 hours. From what I've heard from a lot of residents, we respond within 24 hours, which is a really good resource for you to use when you see things going on in Weatherford that need to get fixed.
Okay, so Blake kind of talked about this earlier. The Weatherford Eats app was the Experience Weatherford mobile app that we transferred over to be Weatherford Eats. So this is food focused, but you guys can still book a place to stay if you need to there. But it's really cool because the businesses, as they update their listing, know what was happening there? Sorry. As they update their listing on Experience Weatherford, it actually updates on the app, so you guys can check out food by type of food, whether they've listed if they do delivery or not, how close it is to you. So it's a really great resource for if you're looking for something to eat in town.
I use that app pretty frequently. I know that sounds bad, Nicole, but I forget. Like, it's hard to keep up with all of the different eateries and restaurants that we have. So I'll go on there just to be like, because I get in a rut. It's like I go to Whataburger for like religiously for like a while if it's, I don't know why, I'm weird. Or Sonic,
well, I mean, I'm that person who I use that app so frequently, but I'm also checking it to make sure it's like when businesses are asking for help with updates that it's pushing through. That when I hear people talking about like, "Ooh, where do we want to go eat?" I'm like, "Wait, do you know what type of food you want, or do you want to like stay in a certain area? Because check out this fun app if you haven't already."
Yeah.
So like, I'm literally, I pull up my phone and let people use the app off of my phone all the time.
See, and I'm different. I'm like, you're going to download it right now on your phone.
I mean, I tell people it's a good thing to download, but I always have it out before they're ready to download, and I'm like, here, check it out.
Yeah.
Then also download it for your own use.
Yeah, it's great. All right, City Council meeting will be next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. It'll be live on our website, mobile app, and city Facebook page. So that will be next Tuesday at 6:30. And then utility board will actually be Thursday, and we actually live stream the utility board on our website and on the cable channel as well. And of course, City Council will be on the cable channel also. So be sure to tune into those. We try to make it as convenient as we can for all of you at home, just because we know it's hard to get up to City Hall in the afternoon if you've got kids and events or work activities. We get it. So we try to make it convenient for everyone to get the information. We do our best to be transparent. So the meetings are always streamed on social media, cable channel, and on our website. So you can always go and be able to watch those meetings.
So this is just kind of a wrap up. This already took place, but our fire department wanted to share. They did their annual clown program, which there's a handful of fire departments in the state that still do this type of program. The guys dress up and they do like mini skits, like about 30-minute skits. So this year they were actually able to go to 11 elementary schools, and that includes the WISD elementary schools and a few private schools that actually send in kids older, but typically the show's done for kindergarten through third grade. They saw about a little over 3,000 students, and then they taught them the EDITH plan, which is exit drills in the home. So it's practicing your exit drills with your kids. They taught them stop, drop, cover, and roll, and then how to properly call 911. So just a disclaimer, if your kids came home and said firefighters started a fire at school, it was a illusion that the guys did a good job at. But I know that I got called by people and they were like, "Were y'all setting fires in elementary schools?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, not really, but I mean, obviously we sold it to a good level because the kids thought we did."
So
but
you
there
were
wasn't
starting
any
fires at
real
schools.
fire. It was an optical illusion. The guys did a great job. But I mean, that's just one really cool thing because I know that we share sets with 6 other fire departments, and we were the only one who still put it on this year. So I think it's a really cool thing to get to see those kids learn about fire prevention and things. And
I'm
get some
intrigued.
good from them.
I didn't get to go to this. You were there. I'm intrigued to learn how to make fake fire. Is that bad?
they've got their ways.
Okay.
I
So it's
mean,
top secret.
yeah. Well, I
Okay.
mean,
Fair.
trade secrets, Blake. Come on.
All
But
right.
we got a lot of good feedback from staff, from parents, from kids. So it's just one of those things that I think is a really cool program that we weren't able to do last year due to COVID. So that's
Yeah.
back and in practice, guys.
All right. Oh, this was a great event. So we had the Arbor Day celebration last Friday. It was at Shandor Gardens. We were the host city. It was put on by the Texas A&M Forest Service. It's the 30th year for us to be a tree city community. And the mayor spoke. There was actually a proclamation from Governor Abbott. It was, like I said, it was live streamed on social media. It was on the YouTube channel for the Arbor Day folks. So it was a really good event. Nicole was there. In fact, Nicole, kudos to Nicole, because she figured out, with the help of IT and some Parks Department personnel, we had some major technical issues as we built up to the event, and then the event was flawless. So Nicole kind of saved us a little bit on some of that. So
It took a whole team of people, and I'm proud of every single one of us that had anything to do with making that go off without a hitch day of. So
yeah,
I know that some people tuned in. If you want to go back and watch it, I shared it on our page. Park shared it. We shared it on Shandor and Experience Weatherford, as well as I think I had it on every type of social media we have. They're like, hey, we're going to go live. Hey, we're live. Check it out. And so, like Blake said, it was on A&M Forest Service's YouTube, so you can go back and watch it if you want. Check it out. We've got a lot of good pictures, fun stuff.
it was a good day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rumor control.
there
like
you go.
Blake said, we're doing a total show, so we did departments, and now we're switching over to we have a couple more departments.
Economic.
We're gonna mix in the economic development
Mix it up.
throughout.
And it was good timing, Nicole, because Vicky said, I thought we were getting a home goods. So everybody's already asking about economic development. It's like a hot topic here on the live show.
Always is. So this is the moment where we normally say, hey, this is a rumor, so you guys let us know when you hear things, and we can let you know if it's a rumor or not. But the best thing you can do as a citizen or a resident or a visitor of Weatherford, if there's something you want to see, reach out to the corporate office, reach out to if it's a smaller business, to the owners, and tell them that they want to come here. And then what they can do is reach out to us or check out that Choose Weatherford website, and then we can get them to come here. Economic development is always meeting with businesses, always reaching out, trying to bring more things here to improve our quality of life. But the number one thing that you can do as a citizen is let people know that there's a want and a need, and then they can really start to look into our area.
Yeah. Right. Bulk brush collection this week, Quadrant 2, will be the second week of the month, and then the area of Quadrant 2, as you can see on the slide right there, is east of North Main, north of Fort Worth, to Dicey Road. I won't bore you with all the details of those areas, but that's for this week, and then I think we have next week on there, which is Quadrant 3, and all of this information can be located on weatherfordtx.gov under the appropriate department, which is sanitation, and you can get all of that information right there. One of the things that I noticed, someone posted on under one of our posts we put out on social media last week, was talking about recycling. We actually offer recycling, so if you choose to opt into that program, you can. Right.
Sort of delayed. So TPW updates. I was waiting for it to update on my side. So this is from our Transportation and Public Works, or as I shorten it a lot of the time, TPW. So the main focus that they wanted us to talk about this week is their downtown project. So they're about 60% complete with that. Trinity and Austin Street are currently closed for those street improvements. We are on schedule and looking to be complete by the end of December. So that's that project that we've talked about where we've been putting utilities underline and then improving and widening streets and things, and basically just, fixing and rehabbing things. But that project should be done soon, so that's kind of exciting.
All right, then the animal shelter. They're always having great specials. I like this one, Nicole. The Butterball Adoption Special. I relate. I'm over 25 pounds. Well over 25 pounds. And then the free vaccination and microchip clinic is Saturday, November the 6th from 11 to 1. So check those out. But yeah, I like the Butterball adoption special. Very clever.
And then they're microchipping. I think it's really cool that we do a lot of those fun things.
All right.
Which takes us into our water department updates. And don't judge me if I look away from the camera as I try to keep up with where I'm at on them. So over at Blue Beacon Dental, they are putting in a new dental office at the intersection of Clear Lake and Santa Fe. The plumber will have both portions of Clear Lake Road barricaded off to install those taps, and it will be shut. Traffic will still be open in both directions, and then there will be utility work obviously following that project at Clear Lake when that is complete and the road has been repaired. So then over in the Hickory Court subdivision, which is a developer project, there's a new subdivision being constructed on Hickory Court. It's a new road being built off of Hickory Lane north of the animal shelter. So if you were wondering where Hickory Court is, that's where it's at. And then there will be equipment and trucks coming and going from the 200 block of Hickory Lane to East Bankhead Highway. So just be aware of that added traffic flow over there. And then over at the water purification plant, the Granular Activated Carbon or GAC filter project. It will add 4 GAC filters for better treatment and improvement to improve the aesthetics of our drinking water. We've been talking about this since 2019, Blake, I want to say.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is phase 2 of that 2-phase project, and we saw a lot of improvement in the aesthetics, so the taste and odor of our water since then. But we know that during peak weather, like really, really cold and really, really hot, sometimes that geosmin still gets through. Doesn't make it unsafe, just kind of makes it taste a little funny or off, or you can smell it in the water whether you taste it or not. So this project is construction schedule is about 20 months. We're looking at late summer 2022 before it's fully complete and operational, and it cost approximately $9.3 million, but it was being funded with existing funds, which means you will not see an increase to your water rate to fund the project. Then our last project that we'll talk about for the water department, so I don't know why I left part 1 on there, that's my bad, is over on the North Main Street project. The city contractor is making repairs where pavement has settled over utility trenches as it continues to progress. And then the contractor still has a couple of patches remaining, and it should only be a day or 2 work, but we don't have a confirmation of schedule yet. So there hasn't really been an update on that part of the project, but we will keep you guys updated as we learn more.
And Chase pointed out in one of our comments, yeah, the vaccination clinic, we messed up on that. That was last week, so that's already done. I'm sorry. So we messed up on that.
My bad. I will say, they have another one happening, but it's not in our city limits. But I know that they have that listed on the animal shelter's website and Facebook.
And we try. We don't always get things right, but we try, right? Sorry
Absolutely.
about that, folks. All right, economic development. The part that everyone wants to learn about. The hot topic.
I'll let you.
All right, so we look at 2 trade areas here at the city of Weatherford, and sorry, I got too close to the camera and it had to refocus there. So we work with different types of vendors to collect information, so we understand the shopping patterns of consumers within the city limits of Weatherford. And as you can see on the slide before you, we have a primary trade area that includes around 190,000, secondary trade area 360,000. The primary trade area, they shop 3 to 5 times per week. Secondary area, 1 to 2 times a week or a couple of times per month. This is a layout of that primary trade area, so we know based off of basically information we get off of cell phone data from those vendors that people are coming from the western side of Fort Worth. They're coming from the west out towards Santo area and coming to Weatherford to buy products. To participate in commerce here, which brings sales tax to the area. So there's lots of sales tax collections that our citizens are not necessarily paying. That's coming from the outside into the city limits of Weatherford. And then the secondary trade area is a little more expansive, as you can tell. One thing is, it always shocks me, is it goes all the way out west to Cisco, which is pretty substantial. It's a good commute just to get to Weatherford. So we do have a lot of people coming from outside the area to participate in commerce here. Oh, Nicole?
Rumor control. No buggies at this time. Maybe one day, but not right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get a Buc-ee's though. I don't know.
I mean, Blake,
I don't
let
know.
people be hopeful. It might. We
Maybe.
might. Who knows?
We'll see. All right, so these are the one thing for me to explain to you all is we often get asked a couple of questions from the city side, from our citizens is, what's coming in. We don't really talk about anything until the permit goes through the Development Neighborhood Services Department. So everything up until that point is just mere speculation. So a lot of times what will happen is you'll have a developer or a business that's interested in coming to Weatherford, and they'll work with economic development. A lot of those deals we're not allowed to, or economic development is not to the point or ready to discuss, simply because nothing is guaranteed. So the last thing that we want to do is say, hey, like on the last example, hey, a Buc-ee's is coming, or hey, In-N-Out's coming, and then the deal falls through. And that has happened before with businesses looking to come to Weatherford. So we really do not discuss it until there's actually a permit that's been applied for over in Development Neighborhood Services. And we do that because it would be a disservice to all of you that are watching today if we said, hey, and got you all excited that this business is coming, and then it fell through. It just wouldn't be a good service for us to do that, or a good practice, if you will. So what we have on here are the actual permits and applications that we're processing right now, so we know something is happening and those businesses will be coming to Weatherford. One of the other questions that we often get asked is, why are we trying to make Weatherford become the size of Fort Worth or Dallas? And so keep in mind that economic development is an organic process. So as you all know, if you could look at the housing market right now, houses are moving. People are moving to the area. Properties are selling. People are listing their homes, and then people are coming in from different states right now, or different parts of Texas. And so with people comes business. So businesses are going to go to where the people are, because they're out to make money. That bottom line, they want to make money so that their business thrives. And so that's what happens. The city of Weatherford doesn't necessarily push anything. It just is an organic process, and you're seeing that. I've been with the city for 7.5, going on 8 years, and the amount of growth that we've experienced in my time with the city has been substantial. And so, with that being said, I just want to kind of answer those questions on the live show, and I do every live show because we get asked those questions all the time. I look at the city of Weatherford as more of providing assistance to developers and businesses looking at the area, and to give them the information that they need, and that's all that we can really do. And I will say every city operates a little bit differently in regard to their permitting process, and all of that is kind of established through our zoning maps, residential areas, commercial areas, and that's all set by participation from you, the citizen, when we develop those maps. All right, so right now, and Nicole, you can jump in on some of these too if you want. I'm looking at my other monitor over here, folks. Right now we have Plato's Closet over on Adams, and they have a tenant improvement permit. Frontline Nutrition, looks like they have a tenant improvement permit. Royal Event Rentals, which is down the road from us, Nicole, they have a tenant improvement permit. My Eye Lab on I-20, tenant improvement permit. Going through here to try to find the big ones. Texas Boho Beauty. I don't know about that one. You know anything about that one, Nicole?
I don't, but I mean, sometimes when I get these, I'm like, I need to go take a look at it. Like
I know,
the
right?
Body and Mind Oasis Spa off Fort Worth Highway. Hold on. What? New spa? Let's go. So I don't know a ton of them, but these are just the ones that were active in the phase. So like people keep asking about home goods and stuff. And so some of that stuff reaches a point where it's in the hand of the applicant or the business, and then they're fixing things or waiting on things from their corporate offices. So like we don't get an update on them because it stays at the same point for so long that we kind of like it's in their hands waiting to see if it's going to continue to move or not. But I will find out since everyone keeps asking about home goods.
And then Erlen's at the bottom, the breakfast and burritos. I'm excited about that one because it's on my way into work every day, and it's the gas station that used to have like the wood facade, and then they removed that, and now they're improving the building, and so I'm excited. Have you seen it, Nicole? It's like
I know,
right
you know
to
what? I don't know that I've driven by it or
yeah,
paid a ton of attention to it when I've driven by it.
yeah. It kind of
Because I
like
say
popped
that
up
and I have
overnight.
driven by it.
Yeah,
I've seen it, but I haven't seen it in the last week, so I know that it jumps forward every so often, so I'm just waiting to see that next jump
yeah,
forward.
yeah. Well, I'm excited to see that because that building has been vacant for a while, and they're doing some really good improvements to it. So that'll be. Plus, we can get some breakfast close by on the way to work.
I mean, that's always a good thing. Well, it's on your way to work. It's
Well, I guess so. Yeah, I can
yeah.
bring you breakfast, right?
See, I like the way you think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so those are the list of current permits. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. And Vicky, where is that at? I'm assuming you're talking about the. I think it's Airlands. So it is right off of Palo Pinto on. I'm trying to think of the road. It's across the street from the Dairy Queen on Palo Pinto, but I can't remember the name of that street.
Look for it.
Yeah.
I'll look for the address.
Yeah. So lots of It's kind of a brown building now with some black trim on it. So they're coming along, looking really good. All right. Oh, you're up, Nicole.
Rumor control. Sorry, I was pulling up the address.
It's okay. No Bass Pro Shop. Although I would love a Bass Pro Shops, and it's hunting season right now. So, or deer season, I should say.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have but we have an academy, which I will be frequenting very soon because it's deer season. So yeah, no Bass Pro Shops.
But
Or
maybe one
Cabela's
day.
for that matter. Maybe one day.
So you
All right,
sounded
so
more hopeful about that one.
I'm sorry.
I said you sounded more hopeful about that one.
Yeah, I'm hopeful for that one. Fingers crossed. A guy can dream, can't he?
I mean, yes.
So current non-residential projects. These are cool. Scatter. You know what, Nicole? I'll let you talk about these. You want to talk about these maps?
Yeah, so Bill Smith, over our city engineer, sent me these. So what's really cool is, and you guys can check them out on the website because we have them on the website under our engineering department, but we also have them under our development and neighborhood services department. So 2 places to find the same map. And I think it's really cool because the current non-residential ones that Blake has up right now that's going to be your businesses, the places that people don't live. So on the website, you can zoom in and take a look at it, but it's really cool to see at a glance how many big projects are going on, like development wise, outside of like our city projects are happening. But it also, next to it on that little table that's on it, you can see the status. So like where it's at in all of the permitting phases or design phases or construction phases, and when they expect it to be completed by, which then takes us into our current residential projects, which this is where people do live. So it's easy when you're driving around to see some of the businesses popping up, but to think about the growth and like where people are going to live or where are they living, where are people looking to live. This is a really cool one that shows you what type of development it is. Also gives you a lot more detail on how many places are going in, how big it is, and then obviously it's numbered, so it's kind of cool to get to see an overall big picture of what's happening.
All right, so I was reading the comments, and Heath said, every now and then we need a rumor control that is true. And I would love that. However, again, we don't talk about them until they are at that stage. I don't think we'll ever have like a true rumor control because we can't talk about it until we get the permit. So I think that slide right there is as close as we're going to get, right, Nicole?
This is your true rumor control.
Yeah.
So if you want, we can add that little rumor control truth into it.
Yeah, true.
But it would be this
true
slide, and then it would be like the project slides. But those are our factual part of the rumor control item. But I like that idea.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a. I mean, like I said, that's as close as we're gonna get. I wish we could have like a. I wish we could confirm the rumor to be true before, but we just can't. Because then if it fell through, you and I would be in a world of hurt, wouldn't we, Nicole?
Well, and then people would just think that we're lying. I'd rather be a little bit more conservative than people think that we're lying to them.
Heath said, ha.
Also, an update, which I just replied to Debbie's comment from earlier. The last any of us heard, because I asked a couple of departments over chat, the last any of us heard, they are still coming and they're working on finishing their build out. So they should be coming soon, but we don't have expected opening date yet. So as soon as we know more, we'll share that with y'all.
So Home Goods, educate me, Nicole. You told me it's like, is it like
Blake,
TJ Maxx,
no,
or is it
better.
like, is it like
It's
Hobby
better.
Lobby?
It's like I would say it's like At Home meets I wouldn't say Hobby Lobby meets TJ Maxx meets Ross.
Okay.
But I mean, they have like decor. They have like you can go in for candles. You can go in for
Okay.
storage needs, furniture, lamps, rugs, all types of things. But I mean, for those of
Okay.
us that like to constantly change things at our house or in our office
Yeah.
or wherever, it's a great thing, but it's also the perfect place if you're like, oh, I have a birthday coming up or an anniversary or something, and you need to go into a place that you can get like a basket together or just a
So I
specific
can
gift
get
that you're
that.
thinking.
I can get that anniversary gift like the day of. Is that what I'm hearing?
You could,
Yeah.
but I recommend a little bit more forethought just in
Oh.
case.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Thanks for explaining that. I think I've asked you
You're
before, but I
welcome.
can never remember. Like, I don't know.
No, it's
All
good.
right.
It's in the same parent company as TJ Maxx and Marshalls and a couple other stores, I think.
Okay. I'll check it out when it opens.
When it opens.
When it opens. All right. And then the Development Neighborhood Services, they have a great web page that they keep up to date on the recently approved, under construction, and subdivisions. So when we're not live, like I said, all of the information that we're really going over on every live show, you can access. I understand sometimes on the website it's hard to find information because we have so many departments, so I get it. But if ever you're wanting some information, you can always reach out to Nicole and I. We'll help you find it. So, but that's a great resource to check out frequently, is that Development Neighborhood Services project page. They have some good information that's always up to date.
And I just shared the link for it.
Awesome.
I think that last comment from Heath was for you, though.
Yeah, I think so. That was funny. I'm reading all the comments here. All right.
And I think
And we have
a
a retiree from the city that's watching us today. I won't name any names, but I hope she's doing well. I can see who's watching on the list.
Oh, I haven't been looking. Just been replying to comments over here. So this is normally the point where we say thanks for watching, and if you guys have any questions at any point, you can always direct them, and I try to catch them. Sometimes they slip through. Social media has been so weird for the last couple months with glitches and not sending us notifications or not putting stuff through. So we try to stay as up to date as we can. So you can always message us. Of course, Blake and I both have our office phone and our emails listed on the website. But you can always message us on social media. I try to get you answers as soon as we can. And of course, we try to reply to comments on our posts and things as we update y'all that way too.
Yep. And sorry we haven't been live in a while. Like I said, it's been kind of busy as of late, so we're doing our best to be. We tried our best to be on today, and we did. So we're excited. Hopefully, we'll be on again soon. Maybe not as frequently as we'd like. But we're trying our best over here. Been very, very busy with different events and such. So October was a busy month for the city. We had Jack-o'-lantern Nights, Monster Bash, a couple of other events as well. So this is really, the live show is just meant to be a laid-back atmosphere for all of you to really ask us questions. We're here as a resource as always and happy to help. And hope you all have a great rest of your day and are well rested from the extra hour of sleep you got this last weekend.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll see y'all again soon. Take care in the meantime.
Bye.